In this video, we'll be taking a look at two college basketball happening on March 25th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Atlantic versus Kansas State. The Elite Eight kicks off with the East Region Final featuring 9th seed Florida Atlantic versus 3rd seed Kansas State on Saturday night. The Owls picked off 4th seed Tennessee in a 62-55 upset on Thursday while also winning against the spread as plus 4.5 underdogs. The Wildcats needed overtime to get by Michigan State, 98-93, and won against the spread as -1 favorites. The Florida Atlantic Owls are averaging 79 points on 47.2% shooting and allowing 65.7 points on 41.1% shooting. Jonell Davis is averaging 13.9 points and 1.6 assists, while Elijah Martin is averaging 13 points and 5.3 rebounds. Vladislav Golan is the 3rd double-digit scorer and Nicholas Boyd is grabbing 4.1 rebounds. The Florida Atlantic Owls are shooting 37.8% from beyond the arc and 71.2% from the free throw line. The Florida Atlantic Owls are allowing 33.3% shooting from deep and are grabbing 35.2 rebounds per game. The Kansas State Wildcats are averaging 76 points on 45.4% shooting and allowing 69 points on 42% shooting. Keontae Johnson is averaging 17.5 points and 2.2 assists, while Marquise Noel is averaging 17 points and 3.5 rebounds. Nequan Tomlin is the 3rd double-digit scorer and Daisy Sills is grabbing 3.6 rebounds. The Kansas State Wildcats are shooting 34.5% from beyond the arc and 74.9% from the free throw line. The Kansas State Wildcats are allowing 29.5% shooting from deep and are grabbing 32.3 rebounds per game. The Owls are 16-6 against the spread in their last 22 Saturday games and 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The Wildcats are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 neutral site games and 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The under is 5-1 in Owls' last 6 overall. The over is 5-1 in Wildcats' last 6 overall. This will be the first ever meetings between these 2 programs and there were no common opponents between them this season. Kansas State 23-12 against the spread this season, 7-2 against the spread in their last 9, and 3-0 against the spread in the tournament. Florida Atlantic is 23-11-1 against the spread this season, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10, and 2-1 against the spread in the tournament. Unfortunately for the Owls, this may be where the fantastic journey comes to an end. Florida Atlantic recorded just 2 blocks, 1 steal, and 6 turnovers versus Tennessee. That will not work versus the Wildcats, who will take full advantage of a defense that's soft. Kansas State can kill you inside and out. They hit 11 three-pointers against Michigan State while also scoring 41 in the paint. They also have Noel going off, and the Harlem native looked very comfortable playing in front of a very friendly and familiar crowd at the Garden. The Wildcats have shot nearly 55% overall in the tourney, while the Owls are right around 40%. A massive gap which we will see exploited by Kansas State here. Things of course tighten up with each passing game in the tournament, but this number is still very low given the matchup. I've been riding with the Florida Atlantic Owls all season long. However, the shoe eventually drops for Cinderella and this is probably it. I'm just not in the business of getting in front of Marquise Noel, who is reminding me of Kemba Walker. He controls the game, gets everybody involved, and scores when needed. Something about those small guards from NYC. Kansas State wins as favorites by an average of 14 points. So the Kansas State Wildcats to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This matchup features two top half-tempo teams and two top 50 offenses. KenPom ranks Florida Atlantic 143rd in tempo and 29th in adjusted offense, while Kansas State checked in at 41st in tempo and 47th in offense. These are great indicators that we could be in for some big points here, despite how well the under has performed in this year's tournament. The Wildcats, however, are the anomaly, with all 3 of their games hitting over in the tournament and 5 of their last 6 overall. Though their first 2 games would not have hit this specific total, their offense was firing on all cylinders in their last game, and it seems like Madison Square Garden is a comfort zone. I fully expect the Wildcats' offense to continue playing at the level they have in this tournament. Together, these two have combined to average 152 points per game in the tournament. The over is 5-0 in Kansas State's last 5 NCAA tournament games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Connecticut versus Gonzaga. Number 4 seed UConn will try to continue its dominant run through the NCAA tournament when it faces number 3 seed Gonzaga in the Elite Eight on Saturday night. The Huskies have won all 3 of their games by 15-plus points, cruising to an 88-65 win over 8 seed Arkansas on Thursday. Gonzaga advanced to the Elite Eight with a thrilling 79-76 win over 2 seed UCLA, drilling a late three-pointer to get past the Bruins after blowing a 10-point lead in the final 3 minutes. The UConn Huskies booked their spot in the Elite Eight with an 88-65 win over Arkansas in their last matchup. Jordan Hawkins led the Huskies in scoring with 24 points on 6 of 13 shooting with 3 threes and a 9 of 9 mark from the foul line, while Adama Sanogo added 18 points on 9 of 11 shooting with a share of the team high with 8 rebounds. Alex Karabin added 11 points on a perfect 5 of 5 shooting with 7 rebounds and a pair of steals, while Naeem Allen added 10 points with a pair of theirs to cap off the scoring in double figures for UConn in the win. Andre Jackson Jr. and Tristan Newton each had a team-high 7 assists, with Jackson Jr. adding 8 rebounds of his own and 3 steals. The Gonzaga Bulldogs punched their ticket to the Elite Eight with a thrilling 79-76 win over UCLA in their last game. Drew Timm led the Zags with 36 points on 16 of 24 shooting with a team-high 13 rebounds and 4 assists for the double-double, while Julian Strother added 16 points with 3 threes and 10 rebounds for a double-double of his own. Malachi Smith chipped in 14 points to cap off the trio of double-digit scorers for Gonzaga in the winning effort. UConn is 24-11-1 against the spread this year, with a 20-16 over-under record. Gonzaga is 14-20-1 against the spread this season, with a 21-14 over-under record. The Huskies are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games versus a team with a winning percentage above .600. The Bulldogs are 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 NCAA tournament games. The under is 5-2 in Connecticut's last 7 overall. So many dominoes have fallen in such a short time this March, and you have to wonder, is this the year Gonzaga finally does it? The Bulldogs' comeback win over UCLA was impressive, but after needing 2 magical second halves to get to the Elite Eight, this veteran group might meet their match here. UConn is the hottest team in the tournament, picking apart Iona, St. Mary's, and Arkansas. Gonzaga might simply be next in line. UConn has won and easily covered all 3 games in the tournament so far. Gonzaga is only 1-2 against the spread in the Big Dance, with the lone cover coming against UCLA. I wouldn't call Gonzaga lucky to beat UCLA. They fought hard to come back and beat the Bruins, but UConn has clearly been the best team on the floor in all 3 of their games. Drew Timm is Gonzaga's best player, but the Huskies have 6'9" Big East Player of the Year Adama Sanogo, 7'2" Donovan Clingan, and 6'8" Alex Karabin to battle inside with him. UConn also has the best perimeter player in the game, as Jordan Hawkins' quickness and athleticism gives him the nod over Gonzaga's Stother. UConn has been connecting on their threes and dominating the glass in their wins. I just feel the Huskies have the edge here as they have more size to hit the Zags with, especially to combat Drew Timm inside. Gonzaga nearly blew it against UCLA as well and took some clutch heroics to pull it out. But I don't think the Zags are as lucky this time around. It should be much more contested, but Connecticut is playing at such a high level right now, and I like their momentum here. This should be an awesome matchup. The Huskies are playing their best basketball and will advance to the Final Four, so the Connecticut Huskies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game sit epic. Gonzaga and UConn both are graded as top 3 teams in adjusted offensive efficiency by Ken Palm, Bart Torvik, and Haslametrics, so it does not get much better than this. While I think UConn will have an answer for Gonzaga's highly efficient offense, the Zags have scored at least 70 points in each of their 7 games against other teams that rank in the top 20 of Ken Palm's adjusted defensive efficiency metric with UConn, including a 100-point performance against Alabama. Furthermore, I think UConn will be able to score at will against Gonzaga's defense, as it ranks 235th in effective field goal percentage allowed. For what it is worth, the Huskies scored an average of 84 points per game against Division I defenses that rank outside the top 150 in effective field goal percentage allowed. UConn will likely oblige with Gonzaga's desired up-tempo playing style too, considering they average 84 points per game against teams that rank inside the top 100 of Ken Palm's average possession length metric. Gonzaga wants this game to be played at a fast pace, and I do not think UConn will have an issue doing that. Expect a physical game that is played up and down the court for all 40 minutes with plenty of three-point attempts, free throw attempts, and offensive rebounds to help go past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.